it's me, Lauren again. Hi! So, welcome to another question corner video! Yay! I wanted to take you guys somewhere really cool, but it's really rainy out today. So I'm sorry if like the car noises from the road outside are louder than normal, but it's because it's raining. So, yeah, here's a question corner video. And I haven't done one of these in a little while, so I think that's pretty nice. And as always, if you have any comments or questions for the question corner, please put them in the comments below and I will try to get back to you. So this question corner is number 29! Yay! And this question corner is from navcat. And they asked me, from sending out your application to getting a job offer, how long is the waiting process? Do any programs have a waiting list where if you don't get placed now, you'll be placed next time? So basically, if I remember correctly, if you go through some of my really early videos, and I think I may or may not have a playlist like that goes through some of these. So if I do have that playlist, I'll annotate it here. Basically, the main programs that I applied to before I came over here were the JET program, Interact, and Amity, and Peppy Kids Club. But I didn't get into the JET program and Amity. I did get job offers from Peppy Kids Club and Interact, and I eventually went with Interact. So just as like a quick summary for those of you who haven't really seen all the videos on my channel and stuff like that. But yeah, so I applied to the JET program in November. Like, I think they're all due in November, like the applications, at least when I applied to it. That may have changed. And I applied to the rest of them in January. And I heard back from the JET program to say that they weren't going to give me an interview also in January. So with the JET program, the whole process is a lot longer. Like, you start in November, and you go to interview. There's all these like different processes, and you have to if you make the cut, you move on to the next step. If you don't make the cut, then you're SOL, and it's a really long process. And so that would start maybe October, I guess, when you're really getting all your application stuff together and everything ready. And then finally, when you go over to Japan, I think they start, I guess it depends maybe, but they're okay with people who haven't graduated yet. So I don't think it's a start at the beginning of the school year. So that's nice. And they do have a waiting list. So you did ask about that. The JET program definitely has a waiting list. They're normally called like alternates. So let's say somebody gets sick and has to go home, or they quit suddenly and they can't find anybody else. You can be one of the first people that is going to go and take their place. So you could leave, potentially you could leave really at any time for Japan if you're an alternate. And if you are not sent to Japan that school year, you would be first in line the next year to be placed. And Interact, when I applied to them in January, and I had like the phone interview, and I had like the seminar thing, and basically I got my job offer shortly after graduation. So I graduated on May 14th, and then it was May 14th. I graduated May 14th, and I got my job offer maybe like 3 or 4 days after that from Interact. So it was actually really quick after graduation. And I got my offer from Peppy Kids Club. I got my offer from Peppy Kids Club the day after I got my job offer from Interact. So those processes were basically like 4.5, 5 months, basically. And I don't know about Peppy Kids Club. I know that Interact also has an alternate waiting list. And it's the same as the JET program, where if somebody leaves in the middle of the year, you can take their place. And if you know, you don't get chosen to like randomly go to Japan during that year, you would be first in line the next year. You can also be placed with Interact. You can be placed on the alternate list if, let's say, you did not like your placement that they gave you. If you said, no, I don't like that placement, you'd basically be put onto an alternate list. And then they would say again to you, like if they have like another opening, how about this placement? Do you like this one better? And if you don't like that one that year, and you don't like any of the options that year, you can potentially be on the alternate list and then be first in line the next year. But you can only defer that 1 year. So I guess whatever that placement happens to be, that's your choice, unless you want to choose to work for another company. But yeah, basically, if you're an alternate, you've already signed like the, you know, job offer and everything. Everything is set in stone in terms of like you're going to be working for them. But I don't think, usually you haven't started like the visa process unless they know that you're going to be going soon, but you know, just not quite yet. And I don't know also about AN and Amity, like if they have like an alternate list. But I know for a fact that the JET program does and Interact does. But those are also really, really big programs, and the other programs are a lot smaller. So if you go with like a really, really big program, they probably do have an alternate list because they'd have the luxury of having one, you know, like they'd have so many more people to apply to those places. But yeah, so basically for most things I would say that the average wait time would be about 4.5, 5 months from application to getting a job offer. And there are some programs that, I don't know if they're really programs, but there are some job offers that you can see on the internet that want people immediately, and obviously those processes would be a lot faster. However, it is a little bit questionable in terms of like legal issues. Sometimes like there have been occasions where those types of jobs like will not give you a visa. So that kind of sucks. So you do have to be careful of that and make sure if you do that, you have really researched the company and they seem like they're very trustworthy and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you. I hope that answered your question. I'm sorry I'm not super articulate today. And so, you know, like I usually do, if you guys have any questions for the Question Corner, please put them in the comments below, and I will try my best to get back to you. And if I don't get back to you, maybe I'm going to make a video. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.